we all agree Wentz can be a starter in this league. Does Jimmy G have a starting spot next year?
Definitely.
Definitely.
I think he's the starting quarterback wherever he lands. And I think the team that trades for him may have him compete a little bit, but when they trade for that, in their mind, if they're going to, because it's a trade, it's not free agency, it's not,
right.
This is a trade. You're going to be giving up something to get him, and that's meaningful. Now, if you see him as a backup, which I don't think any of these teams do, this guy played, in 2 NFC championships and a Super Bowl over the last 3 years. When he's healthy, when he's made it throughout most of the season, his teams have been very good. Now, those teams were really good too, defensively,
right.
and how they ran the football.
Right.
So don't get me wrong. He was very contributory to what these successful football teams were in those 3 seasons.
I think Jimmy's a good fit in Tampa.
I do too. I heard rumblings that Bruce Arians, because of his, I would say, lax, I guess, bringing in players with past history. There's rumblings around if some way, shape, or form that the civil suits are dealt with, Deshaun Watson could be a fit there.
Interesting.
Arians talked about Kyle Trask is the next up, and then they'll most likely try to see what they can do in the free agent market with the understanding that Tom Brady isn't coming back. So we'll see. I don't necessarily know, especially with the way that Bruce Arians fills out his coaching staff, and he's very been open to women being on his staff.
Yeah, he's super progressive. Yeah.
Super progressive. I don't know if you can bring in a guy that's been accused of the things he's been accused of.
Right.
Though I would have said the same thing around Antonio Brown, accused of some similar things.
Yeah.
And yet he was still brought in, and they, I feel enabled that behavior for as long as they could. So we'll see.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.